the beauty's in the creation, because that is where the journey begins, and it's fun,
and
it's exciting.
And that's actually a really good advice that I would like to pass through this episode, that taking the time off or have the courage to say, I'm not enjoying this, I will stop.
Yes.
And it's not about running behind the money.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
running
People
behind
thought I was crazy, you stop. But you're actually one of the owners of the largest and most successful recruitment companies that came out of nowhere in Cyprus.
Coming back again to build a business.
Yeah.
You start from scratch again.
Yes.
What are some advices that you can give to someone that is starting a new business?
What do you have to lose? The worst case scenario, it's time out.
Welcome to the first English-speaking social cast episode, starting from scratch. Social cast is all about inspiring people and offer advices through the stories of the people that we present. Please follow us and subscribe on our YouTube channel, Social Cast by Social Way, and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to get notified for upcoming episodes. You can also listen all our podcasts on Spotify and many other podcast directories you can find on our website. And of course, follow me on TikTok, Orestes Michael. Today, I'm very happy and grateful to have as guest Donna Stephenson. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me to your first English-speaking podcast.
Donna is a businesswoman in the recruitment industry for the last almost 2 decades.
Exactly, yes. Just passing that, 21 years.
And I'm very happy to have you here with me and have you sharing your story and inspire other businessmen and businesswomen. You are also the first woman on starting on the starting from scratch episode.
Also a pleasure. Great.
So that would be interesting. Donna, many people find that be a business owner is very exciting and is very like a privilege. You are in a privileged position to be a businessman or a businesswoman. And usually people see someone that is driving around with a nice car or network with high net worth individuals, and they see the end result of the success. But today I wanna, and I'm always fascinated with the stories and the beginnings of the business people that they started and they make some rough decisions to be able to step outside of their comfort zone.
Yes.
And beginning new journey. I've checked your LinkedIn profile a couple of times, as you probably saw. And let's go back and travel a few years because I saw that you used to work in United Kingdom, yes?
Exactly.
As your origin from.
Yeah, so originally from England, yes. So it's been quite a journey to running my own business, and quite a journey along the way that took me all the way from England to Cyprus almost 2 decades ago. And I started after university working in the recruitment sector. In fact, I was actually working since the age of 12, part-time jobs here and there, which I think probably set me in good stead along the way. So after graduating, I entered the recruitment sector, pretty much because I didn't really know what I wanted to do at that point in my life. I had studied a general business degree with a major in technology, and that exposed me mainly to digital telecommunications. And then I entered a engineering and tech recruitment company in the UK. I did that for a year. Then I joined one of the largest recruitment companies, Hayes PLC in the UK, where I spent about 3-4 years before then deciding to move to Cyprus. One of the reasons I moved to Cyprus is I met my husband, a Cypriot man, had 2 children, remained in Cyprus,
Oh, all right.
divorced along the way. But at that time, I had found myself in Cyprus thinking, what do I do? It was just as Cyprus was entering the EU. So I arrived October 2003. Cyprus entered the EU May 2004. And I started working for a recruiting company. Wasn't quite what I was used to working in the UK. So I said, okay, if I'm going to do this and I want to remain in Cyprus, better I do it myself. So it was kind of make or break time at that point. Either I stay and I work in a job that I could really see wasn't quite on a par with my expectations or what I was used to. And so the only way was either up, which, gladly it did work out, and establishing my own recruitment company, or going back to the UK. So I decided to stay, and with a partner, we set up the recruiting company, which you may know, GRS Recruitment.
Yes.
And I
actually sent a CV back in the days.
Did you?
Yes.
Right.
When I finished my...
Yeah. And that's interesting because today, a lot of those people that I was engaged with back then are, they've really progressed in their careers. I will talk more about that later. So, back to the story. So, 2005, there I was setting up a recruitment company with a business partner, which then became the leading recruitment company in Cyprus.
It was indeed, yes. Yeah. I remember that.
And we branched out. We started in Limassol, so headquarters were in Limassol, and we also opened an office in Nicosia.
You had an office in Nicosia, I remember.
And then we decided to open an office in Malta. We had some clients in Cyprus. They were also branching out to Malta. And they said, can you help us hire in Malta as well as Cyprus? And you guys should be in Malta. So off we went on a trip to Malta to do a bit of fact-finding. And whilst we were fact-finding, we ended up signing a lease on an office. Nice. And then coming back to Cyprus and saying, okay, well, we need to hire some staff in Malta now. So I was at the forefront of that business for about 13, 14 years.
How was it? Because other than GRS, I saw that you were involved in other projects as well.
Exactly. So
and how was that transition from an employee to an employer, and what were the challenges that you faced?
Right. So after deciding to part company with GRS and going through the whole share sale, I actually had a 2-year non-compete as part of the share sale agreement, which meant that I couldn't work within the sector in Cyprus.
Yeah, so now you came to the break, yes?
Yes, so now I'm talking about that 2-year break where I decided then to try other opportunities. And indeed, I did go as an employee, and I joined an AI-powered educational platform, which was basically building something similar to what we see today with ChatGPT.
Okay.
And all the controversy that we're hearing about today. And with that, I joined as commercial director, which was basically promoting this educational platform to corporates, which would use natural language processing for allowing companies to access their data and basically making them more efficient.
What is your opinion about artificial intelligence and how that is affecting? Because you're in the recruiting business.
Yeah.
How is that affecting the landscape of the jobs and employment?
Yeah. It's quite a timely question right now because of the pause that's been requested by some, key players in the tech sector with regards to, developing that chat GPT
Yeah.
even further. Pause 6 months and let's, really assess where we're going and how this will affect humanity and the way that we live and progress and survive as people. So, given my background and my studies where I was exposed to technology, which was moving from analog to digital, I've always been an avid follower of, what's happening and what's the next best thing.
Yes, I believe you experienced that back in 2000, which were completely different technology, yes?
Of course, yeah. So I started working in recruitment in a manual fashion. Then, one day computers arrived at the office. But even going back, I got my first computer when I was 9 years old. So, technology has always been something that I've enjoyed, and I've enjoyed seeing how things progress and seeing how efficient that can make us. So, with ChatGPT, I do see it as a very amazing personal assistant, if you like, or exactly what ChatGPT says it does. It assists and helps humans to carry out tasks and basically helps you save time, therefore become more efficient and maybe save money at the same time. So,
will some jobs get obsolete with ChatGPT and artificial intelligence?
Yeah, I think you
or
have
we shall just see it as a tool and
Yeah, I think we should see it as a tool and aiding and assisting. Of course, certain functions may become obsolete. A lot of manual things today that can be done and can be automated. So automation is great. And automation should therefore then lead to a better quality of life for us humans.
Yes,
that
we save time, yes.
Automation and the tech that's available now is allowing, the shift into remote working or hybrid working, which in a sense is then supposed to aid one's well-being, giving them that career work-life balance.
Yeah. Work-life balance. That's a very good subject to discuss about, because I don't know if you believe that there is such a thing.
I do, yes.
Or how do you see it in your business or in the people that you recruit? I mean, you are in the recruiting business and you're interviewing basically people all day long, yes?
Yeah. So from a personal perspective, one of the key things that I wanted to implement when I started Emerald Zebra, which is my new recruitment venture, which has been running for the last 2 years, and we have a team of 6 and operating in Cyprus, was to offer not only myself as the business owner, but every single person that works within the business, that work-life balance. So they choose the hours that they work, and as long as they are delivering at the end of the day, they create their own balance throughout the day. And this particularly suits the working mums, including myself. I'm a working mum in the business. So this is, something that is exceptional. And I think that all employers should be looking at how can they be flexible for working parents. So not just the working mums, but the working dads, and giving that work-life balance. So I do think it's achievable, yes.
Other than the schedule and the hours, do you believe that there are other things that you can do to achieve that life-work balance?
Don't take on too much. Take on what you feel you're capable of delivering on. And I think it's going back to the word balance, balance. So if you want to spend 50% of your time working and the other 50% of your time being you and doing whatever,
Exactly.
pleasures you,
Exactly.
be it family, friends, activities, traveling,
Exactly.
then, you have to be very clear that 50% of the time
It's
is
yours
yours, yes.
and your families.
And the other 50% is your work time and what is your capacity. And when you become at full capacity, do you want to grow more? Are you happy where you are? Is it a trigger to expand and hire more staff so that you can delegate? And delegation is key as well.
It is
And
key.
automating and using AI and making yourself more
yeah,
efficient.
it is key. Let's stay a little bit here because you are among the lucky ones that you can evaluate and basically have some ways of criticizing the CVs that you're seeing and some
Yeah.
techniques of hiring people maybe or scanning people. Would you like to share with us some techniques of attracting talent? Because when you want to grow,
Yeah.
or if you want to give this flexibility to your employees, you need to be sure that you have the quality employees and the correct people that work for you. Yes.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And I think
So
that that comes.
what are your advices with
Yeah.
all this experience of how do we attract? Because from my clients as well, I see a lot of hustle in this sector to
Yes.
attract good talent and maintain it.
Yes, exactly, and retain it is very key too. So it's not just attracting once they're onboarded. So attracting within the recruitment sector, there are multiple channels. So one, you can use a recruitment agency. Using a recruitment agency gives you access perhaps to more people or more qualified people than you maybe would have ordinarily if you were doing it yourself. It also gives you access to passive job seekers. So not everyone is looking at LinkedIn or job boards and looking at the daily jobs that are being posted. There are those that are, perhaps happy in their career, but they're looking for the next best thing, but they're not looking to make an urgent move. So those people register with a recruitment agency like Emerald Zebra, and they discuss what it is that they are looking for, what their needs and wants are for the next step in their career. We listen, we understand, and we match them along the way. So that's one channel of attracting. If I continue talking from a recruitment agency perspective, we use social media immensely right across the team. So we are posting vacancies, posting blogs, posting advice to job seekers to attract those CVs so that we can then offer those candidates to our clientele.
When we're interviewing people,
Yes.
let's say we don't use a recruitment agency and we just we have some people listen to us now that.
Why would you not use a recruitment agency? Do you not want to save time? Do you want to be efficient?
Let's say we don't.
Yeah.
Because you only recruit finance people, yes?
No, so Emerald Zebra is a niche recruitment agency.
Yes.
So we're specialized in the fintech sector, finance sector, gaming sector, and the tech sector.
Okay.
Yeah, so recruiting anything from entry-level graduate opportunity through to functional heads, to C-level positions, to board members, to non-executive board members.
So digital marketing is in your field?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
would you like me to help you recruit some people for your team?
I need
Bravo.
Yes.
Yeah, so attracting is one method. And how do you attract? You need to look at your employment branding. Employment branding is very important. How do you position yourself in the market? How do you position yourself in a way that you are also oozing your culture so that individuals can understand the kind of organization you are, what you're offering? How do you become competitive to attract people based on the salary that you need to pay, the benefits that you need to offer?
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, certainly I will keep plugging a recruitment agency, but
Yeah.
using a recruitment agency does take out that
That
some of those
hassle from
pain
the
points.
yeah.
Yeah, it takes out the hassle. Of course, you can do it yourself. Of course, you can have your in-house HR or talent acquisition department searching for people daily to fulfill your hiring needs. But I think using a recruitment agency is something that should work alongside, and that's what we
And
like to do.
support
Exactly.
the team
Yeah.
internally.
The
Even
team
if you
and
have an
I.
internal team, you should have a support, and of course all the
Yeah.
experience and the data you have, yes, and
Yeah.
the pool of the employees you have.
A pool of talent. Yeah. So it's good for the team and I to work as business partners alongside our clients for helping them to attract talent for the roles that they're looking to hire.
Yeah. I like your logo, and I like your brand
You
name.
do. Okay, good.
Emerald Zebra.
Yes.
It's very unique and quite different from the standard names that
Right.
you can see at the recruitment agency.
Yeah.
Can you share with us what is your logo represent?
Sure.
And
yeah.
your name is very interesting.
Yeah. I'm very happy with the logo. It's quite a journey to achieve the logo, and worked very hard with a lady called Irina, based in Limassol. And she produced the logo based on emerald and zebra and the colors. So very happy about that. But emerald zebra, okay, I didn't want to come up with a name that didn't have any meaning. So not ABC Recruitment or something like that. I wanted it to be unique, and I wanted it to stand out. And during my 2-year period where I was out of the business, out of work, taking that time because I had this non-compete, I decided to travel, take time out with my family. And one of my trips during those 2 years was a trip to Africa, to Masai Mara, and I went on safari. Saw all the big five, which was fantastic. Yeah. A few kills. I'm a vegetarian, but it was still fascinating. That's what animals do. They eat each other. So I was inspired. Firstly, emerald, I like emeralds. I like the color emerald, and I like the precious gem emerald. And emerald signifies vitality, growth, and then there's the zebra, which, I saw many of on safari, and they're just mesmerizing, fascinating. They're a determined creature, they're agile, and spiritually, they represent balance. So putting the two together, you kind of get some significant symbolism going on there with regards to we recruit outstanding people. An emerald zebra, put them together, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's standing out in the herd.
Yeah. Sometimes when you get some time off from the daily work that you do and the daily job, you can think outside of the box, and
absolutely.
Probably you have around 15 years of experience with the GRS recruitment, and then you have some time off, and then you start again.
Yeah, and the time off was amazing. Yeah.
Of course, it's amazing.
Yeah. And definitely I don't want to go back as well to that full-on workload. It's really important to myself, and also that my team members keep that balance between work and private life, so that they have time for their families, they have time for their activities and travel.
Coming back again to build a business.
Yeah.
You start from scratch again.
Yes.
What are some advices that you can give to someone that is starting a new business? Because you did it with experience. There are many
Yes.
people like myself that I start with no experience.
Yes.
And entrepreneurship now it's a trend.
Right.
And young people can easily create an Instagram account, a TikTok, and start posting, and create a brand around
Yes.
them or around the product.
Yes.
And then you start to have a business.
Yes.
And then you start to have all the rest that comes with the business. Taxes, expenses,
Exactly.
employees,
Yes.
offices, equipment,
Yes.
lawyers, accountants, etc.,
Yeah.
etc., so on and so forth. What are some of your advices? Like when you are traveling, you are thinking, okay, I'm going back and I'm gonna start my own business again. What are some fundamental
Yeah.
rules that you have that
Yeah.
you can share with us?
Yeah, believe me, I that wasn't the course that I wanted at the time. I thought it was a good opportunity to not run a business anymore because running a business is stressful. Yeah, it's not plain sailing. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
Even though you're smiling
Yeah,
all the time,
yeah.
maybe,
Okay, that's hindsight for you.
maybe
So, it's not plain sailing. And I was dreaming, thinking, what am I going to do? After this 2 years that I've decided that I need to take out, what am I doing? And believe me, I wanted to be an employee. And I tried a couple of employee options,
yeah.
positions, yeah. But for one reason or another, I was led back to recruitment. So I decided, yes, I'm going to go back to being a business owner, but only if I can hire a team that, we will work well together and enjoy the journey together.
All right.
So I think that's important advice, that you can do it alone or you can do it with a team. And, the cliche, always hire people that have skills that you don't have or can do things better than you can do or are smarter than you in certain aspects. So that's pretty key to success.
Enjoy the journey, yes?
Absolutely enjoying the
That's
journey.
that's
I
very
was just going to
important.
say, I
Yeah,
just
it's very
hesitated,
important.
but I was going to say one of the key things is identify your niche. So coming back after running a generalist recruitment company, I didn't want to do that again. I had done that. I'd achieved the ambition. It was successful. What's next? To come and do the same thing again, I wanted a different angle.
It's taking all jobs, yes?
Yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to where they are, what they're doing today, but I believe it's
until
general.
you
Yes,
were there,
yes.
Okay.
Whereas coming back into the market, I said, okay, what's my niche? As I've mentioned, I've always enjoyed tech. A lot of the clients that I enjoyed working with back in the day were fintech companies, a lot of forex companies, technology providers. So fintech was definitely on the list. Finance, I've always enjoyed hiring for finance departments right across the board, from CFOs to qualified accountants to recently qualified accountants, and helping them in their careers. So definitely finance had to be there. And gaming is also another niche area that so basically we've got 4 niche areas that we are particularly focused on. And I think that is key to having some form of success, that you have the focus.
Yeah.
You're not spread across many different things. And as I've mentioned, having the right people, be it mentors. I've had some great mentors in my career. Advisors, people that you can outsource things to, and the trust within your own team to be able to delegate and understand
crucial, yes.
that
that's crucial.
Things can be, that's absolutely crucial. And also having the technology to make you efficient, to understanding, okay, you have certain tasks and procedures to carry out in order to fulfill whatever it is your business is fulfilling. How do you do that in the most efficient way? I've just moved to a new CRM, for example. We have a new website which will have greater functionality, which will be released hopefully next week. So these are all the bells and whistles that enable myself and my team to produce what they need to produce in the most efficient way.
What are the any future plans from here?
Yeah, I would love to build my own recruitment CRM with all the bells and whistles that I believe should be
That
in a
would be
recruitment
interesting.
CRM.
That would be interesting.
Maybe throw in ChatGPT if it's still, being developed at that point. I think that would be great.
Are you working now on this project, or are you just
I
joking?
am actually, yes. It's when I have the time. Yeah.
Side project.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
it's a side project,
Nice.
yes. I'm also working with, it's actually going to be a joint venture partnership for training people in the Forex sector, mainly Forex sales and compliance.
But you used to do that when you
Exactly.
many years ago. I saw that on your
Yeah,
CV,
many
yes.
years ago it was a joint venture, and I think we had it running for about 2 or 3 years, and
So you started
quite a lot of people that are successful in their careers today in the Forex sector, mainly in Limassol, came actually through the FX Careers course.
Nice.
Yes, that was a really fun time, but there were a lot of challenges along the way with that, and it kind of
Like
died its
what?
own death, and it's paused there. But there's someone who, I greatly respect in the sector that is delivering sales and compliance training to a lot of Forex companies, both here in Cyprus and the Middle East. So we'll be partnering up on reviving that in some shape or form so that as a recruiter, I can attract the individuals to do the course to improve their chances of being employed within the Forex sector. Once they've actually carried out the course, they will then come back to us as a recruiter, and we'll hopefully
get the
interview
job, yes.
with the companies, the Forex
get
companies that
interviewed,
we
yes.
have on board and have confirmed their interest to be interviewed and hopefully hired.
Nice. Hopefully, all these get only 50% of your time. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot to cram in. Yeah. But I'm still young.
Yeah. And,
Still plenty years ahead.
And is this that when you realize that you can start something from scratch and succeed, you can easily get hooked to another project and say, okay, I will do that as well. Isn't that like when you find the power inside you to...
Yes and no, because there are many projects that you can instantly look and say, no, thank you.
If they are not in your field, or they are not
Yeah.
in your interest
Yes.
to
Or
whatever.
even if they are in the field, but it just doesn't have, or I don't feel that it's something that can be successful. And I know that, okay, how do you know? Who knows?
I know.
But yeah, you can suddenly get a vibe.
Yes, but it's also the... you said that before very quickly, but it's important. You need to enjoy the journey.
Yes.
If you feel that you'll enjoy the journey, I believe it's something that... because at the end of the day, because I'm involved in a couple of projects as well.
Yes.
And many people ask me, "But why are you doing this and you're doing that? Like now, why are you doing the social cast thing now?" I'm like, I'm enjoying it,
Yeah.
It's fun, so...
Yeah, exactly. And the previous recruitment company, towards the end, I was not enjoying. The beginning and the middle, of course, because, when you start something, it's exciting, you're growing, you're developing, it's challenging, you're fulfilling yourself on a personal level as well. But towards the end, it was not fulfilling. And I was an employee going into the office and not enjoying going into the office.
Yeah.
So it came a point where I had to decide, what do I want next for me, whether I'm an employee of my own business or running my own business. It had to be something that I could evolve with. And so having that time out to really discover myself again, discover what my passions are,
Yeah, that's
and think about what am I good at and how can I utilize those skills to create something. And, you know, the beauty's in the creation, because that is where the journey begins. And it's fun, it's exciting.
And that's actually a really good advice that I would like to pass through this episode, that taking the time off or have the courage to say, I'm not enjoying this, I will stop.
Yes.
And it's not about running behind the money.
Yeah,
and
exactly. People thought I was crazy, you know, you stop, but you're actually one of the owners of the largest and most successful recruitment companies that came out of nowhere in Cyprus. I said, no, that's it.
Nice.
On to something new.
Yeah.
So that's great. You know, if you're not enjoying, definitely to reflect and say, okay, what else could I do? And, you know, if you can and you're fortunate enough to take that time out.
Yeah, that's another
you do
point of view, but thank God you are fortunate to do that.
Yeah, very grateful that I had that time. And not only I had the time with my children as well, and, you know, we traveled, we had some fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we covered a lot of aspects of business, and we have a lot of valuable advices from you, Donna. Is there a final advice that you would like to share with us before we close this episode?
With regards to
starting a business.
Yes. I think, you know, if you've got an idea and you have the passion for it, you've done your research, you've checked out the competition, if competition exists, and you've found your niche, go for it. What do you have to lose? The worst case scenario, it's time out, and you return to doing whatever you were doing prior to giving that opportunity a go. We live once. We should have fun. We should try something, and in our later years, not look back and say, what if?
And regret.
Yes. So try it. At least you tried. If it didn't work, it didn't work. Again, another cliche. A mistake is not a mistake. You know, a mistake is leading towards growth and
probably gonna
new chapters.
It's going to lead to something new and something else, and your point of view will change, and you will see something different after that failure, if there is such a thing as failure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It was a real pleasure, and I believe you got a client as well.
Oh, yeah.
You have two positions now that
very good.
We need to start working on.
Yeah, let's
Thank you
discuss.
very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
For those that are still with us, thank you. And you can, if you didn't yet subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's Socialcast by Social Way. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn as Social Way. And on TikTok, Orestes Michael. And you can find the recordings on Spotify and many other podcast directories like Google. You can find all of them on our website. Thank you very much.